Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and having a lovely day. So it's actually the evening and I am in my pyjamas, as you can see, and I don't normally vlog in the evenings on a day where I've just been working, but basically I had a package arrive from AliExpress and I'm just really eager to open it and get using it and just like test it out. Hence why I am vlogging right now, because I just can't wait. So this video is very kindly sponsored by AliExpress, and they have very kindly sent me this projector, which I am so excited to try out. This is something that I have always wanted because I don't actually have a TV in my room, and I think it would just be so nice to like be able to watch things in my room. So yeah, I thought we could just open this up together and see what it's like. Oh, that's really cool. It comes in this like carry case. That is really handy. So as I mentioned, it comes with this very handy travel case and everything just fits inside it. So it's a great way of storing it. It comes with a remote control, a plug, a little user manual, and then the actual projector, which I think looks really nice and just like really compact and sleek. So this here is the MagCubic HY310 projector. It also has a tripod mount, which I really love, so if you haven't got like a surface to put your projector on, you can always attach it to a tripod. And then to use it, it's really simple. You just want to insert the plug and then plug that in and then literally just turn it on. You can also really easily move the projector up and down to sort of get the angle that you want. So on the projector there's an on-off button, a HDMI port, a USB port, a vent, and then it can rotate. Then you've actually got the lens and then the built-in speaker, which is really good. So this was me just setting up, and as said, it's super easy. I was literally just connecting to my Wi-Fi, and once I did that, it was literally all set up and ready to go. And then I just signed into my YouTube account and then just started watching YouTube videos on there. But there's loads of other apps, so if you've got like a Netflix account, a Disney Plus account, a Hulu account, Amazon, like you name it, you can watch it on there. You can also change the brightness, and there's like stuff like cinema mode as well, which is really cool. So like it properly feels like a cozy movie night. And yeah, there's loads of other different settings that you can play around with, and it's all very self-explanatory and really easy to use. It has autofocus and it is 1080p, so you know you're going to get a good image. I've actually got an exclusive code for you guys, so I'm going to pop it on screen here now, and if you use that code to buy the projector, you will get the projector at a more favourable price, so definitely make sure you use the code. AliExpress summer sale has started with many products you can enjoy up to 80% discount. There's a flash sale of up to £1, so participate in the shake and you can also win a mysterious prize, so hurry up and start your summer journey. The price of the products during the event from June 16th to June 25th is the cheapest of this half of the year. I also have some exclusive discount codes for you, which I'm going to pop on this screen now, but please remember that stocks are limited and time is limited, so if you want to use these codes to get a discount, then definitely use them as soon as possible. I've spoken to you guys before about the AliExpress Cashback Challenge, so I will leave a link to join my team in the description box in case you're interested in that. So when you join my team and shop on AliExpress, you will earn points and get 5% cash back. As your points increase, you can unlock up to 10% cash back and save up to £450 cash back. Joining my team is super simple. All you have to do is click the link in my description box, then download the AliExpress app if you haven't already. Just search in the search bar Lucille, or to make it even easier, you can just scan the QR code that I'm going to pop on screen now. So yeah, it is super easy to do. And then it's literally a game on. You can invite all of your friends and family to also join my team, because the more people, then the more cashback we all get, so it is a win-win. As I said, all of this information will be in the description box, along with any links that I've mentioned and any discount codes, so if that was a lot of information, just take a look in the description box because it will all be there. Hi guys, I'm not sure if this is going to be like me continuing on in another vlog. You might be midway through a vlog, I don't know. Or this might be the start of a brand new vlog, I have no idea. I'm basically just spending every day that I have off work at my new house, and I've just been like vlogging it, but actually I haven't got around to editing those vlogs, so I don't know how they're all gonna like compile together. So whether this be the start or the middle of a vlog, hi, I am about to go and head to B&Q. My friend is actually coming with me, my basically fairy godmother, because she has been helping me literally every day that I've had off. She has been there helping me with this house, and it's just been like so incredible. I cannot explain how thankful I am for that help, because it makes everything so much quicker. Like if I was doing everything on my own, like I definitely wouldn't have removed all the carpets by now or done all the cleaning, so I'm really thankful for my friend's help. But yeah, anyways, like I said, we're gonna head to B&Q before we go to my house. But yeah, I'm a bit clueless as to like the whole sort of like sequence of things because like I say, I'm very clueless when it comes to this sort of thing. Like I've never done any sort of decorating, so this was like my first time doing anything like this. I was thinking of sanding all of the skirting, like the door frames and stuff, because basically I want to repaint them all, which is going to take so long because they're kind of similar to the skirting in my mum and dad's house, but I think like the shade as well, like it's more like a reddy, like very orangey. It's just not my style. Like obviously lots of people have that in their house and that's absolutely fine. Please don't take offense to that. I just mean it's not my style, and I'm looking to maybe paint them white, I think. And then I think from what I've read on Google, you should start from the top of your house and work your way down. So then paint the ceilings, paint the walls, and then paint the skirting. But yeah, let me know in the comments if I've got that wrong, or if you think there's a better, more efficient way of doing it. I guess it's just like when you put paint on the ceiling, it's going to drip down to the walls and to the skirting, so you want to do that first. Obviously I'm going to cover stuff, but you can't cover all your walls. I'm going to use masking tape and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm just rambling. But yeah, if you have any advice or suggestions, or you think I'm doing something wrong, let me know please. I will not take offence to it because, like I said, I'm clueless and I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're in B&Q and I've just picked my colour for my wall in my living room, which I'm so excited about. I'm going for this Lick paint, Pink 03, but there were so many different like shades of pink, I wasn't sure, but I think I've decided on that one. So we are back now from B&Q and we've got everything that we need for the ceiling and the wall in the living room. So what we've decided, I say we, I mean me and my friend, because she is helping me again. We've decided to maybe do like one room at a time, because we feel like if we would just do like one job and do the whole house, like for example sanding the skirting and do the whole house at once, then it would just feel like a bit of a monotonous task. Whereas if we're doing like one room, like the ceiling, the wall and the skirting in that room, and just focusing on that, at least we have like a bit of varied tasks, so maybe it won't feel like as like long and such a drag of a job, and I think it would just be more enjoyable because then we can see the progress that we're making in the one room. So yeah, this is the room that we're starting on. So the plan is we're going to make this wall here pink, and yeah, like I said, this is the shade here that we have bought. So yeah, we're going to paint that wall that colour, and then we've got this for the ceilings. I got a huge tub because I thought it would just do like some other rooms as well, and then this is the shade I've gone for the rest of the walls in the living room. So it's white cotton. We were looking at like different shades of white, but some of them looked quite yellowy, and then my friend pointed out like that might just kind of clash with the pink, so I feel like we've made a good choice with that. But yeah, I've never painted a ceiling or any walls or anything, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So my friend has, so I'm just kind of hoping that she will direct me, and you know, we'll get there. So we started off by just sanding all of the skirting and the door frames. Just a little tip for you guys, I didn't realise that there was different types of sandpaper. So I literally just picked up the wrong one, of course, because it's me, but the one that you need for this sort of woodwork is 120 grit sandpaper, I think. Okay, so I'm so scared. And I'm shaking.
Just one strip. That's it. So scared. What are you so scared for?
I know some of you guys might think I'm being dramatic, but honestly, when it comes to any practical skill, I get so nervous and I just really doubt my skills, mainly because I don't have any. In school, I was so much more of a person who would rather just sit and work from a textbook. I hated anything practical. Like, I would get nerves if I had to do anything in music or art or drama. Like, that just wasn't my thing. And I still get like that to this day. I just feel nervous doing any sort of like practical thing. So yeah, I was really nervous doing this, and rightfully so, because it didn't even end up going well. Hi guys, I am back at my house today and I am ready to do some more decorating. My friend is actually helping me again, which honestly, I've said this a million times, but I'm so grateful for the help. I feel like it would take me 100 times longer if I was doing it on my own. And it's also really nice just to have like some company and also just like someone else's input as well. Like, as much as I'm excited to make decisions about this home and like choose the colours of the walls and stuff, and it's really cool to be able to do that, like to have like the sole choice, it's still nice to like get input from other people and just be like, oh, what do you think of this shade or whatever. And yeah, it's just like helpful when it's like your first time doing something like this, just to have the support of someone else. So I really appreciate that. So yesterday we painted the living room ceiling, which was our first sort of lot of painting. Before that, we have just been basically prepping the walls and the ceiling by cleaning them. If you missed my previous vlogs, there was a very heavy nicotine smell in this house, and that is now completely gone. So we have been able to start painting, which is so nice, because I feel like when you buy a place, like you're supposed to kind of like normally start with painting, but we had to do so much prep before that just to get us to the stage of being able to paint. So I'm so like excited now that I'm here. So we did 2 coats of paint on the ceiling yesterday, but I think it's still looking a bit patchy, so I feel like it's gonna need another coat. Like, I don't know, from some lights it looks fine, but I think maybe a 3rd coat's needed today. Okay, this isn't very helpful because it actually looks perfect on camera, but in person I can still see a bit of patchiness, so I feel like it might just need that 3rd coat. You might be wondering what all of this white stuff is on the walls. This is basically where all of the holes were on the walls when I purchased this. There was honestly so many. I don't know, there was probably like a lot of shelving and just, you know, like artwork and stuff like that. There's loads behind me as well. But basically these walls are ready to paint. So once we do the final, well, hopefully the final coat of ceiling paint, we can then paint the walls, which I cannot explain how excited I am about, because I'm going for a pink wall, which, like, I'm gonna have like a pink feature wall in my living room, which is just so exciting. I can't even explain how like much I'm looking forward to using that colour. This here is the colour, it's Lick Pink 03. I think it's gonna be stunning. So we have spent the morning just trying to tackle this ceiling, because I don't know why, but I'm just like not happy with the way it's dried. It looks absolutely fine on one side, but then another side it looks really patchy, and I don't know why. Like, we're not sure if it's just the way the light is on it or whatever. So we decided to do another coat, so it's just drying now, and then hopefully that'll be it. But I really don't know, because it's just strange that it looks fine on one side, but then we were thinking like maybe it looks fine on this side because like the light doesn't hit it as much, whereas on this side it doesn't look great. But I don't know, maybe that 3rd coat will do it, I hope. But anyways, whilst we're waiting for that to dry, we're gonna have some lunch, because yes, that is how fast time passes. Like, we come here in the morning for like usually like 9, half 9, and then you think like, oh, I've got plenty of time, and then you forget like how long it takes for it to like dry in between coats and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how it looks after lunch and then just take it from there, I guess. I had a meal deal for lunch and I sat out in my decking. I don't have any furniture out there yet, so we just had to make do with what was there. I really enjoyed my lunch, it was so nice. And then I just cracked on with sanding some of the woodwork. I say some, I actually ended up sanding the whole of the house, because basically I couldn't fix the ceiling. I don't know what's going on with it, so I ended up just sanding the entire house. I'm looking like such a mess, and I'm so flushed because I'm wearing a hoodie on a really hot day whilst I'm busy. I don't really know why. Basically I wore it the first day and now it's got paint on it, so I'm like, this is my jumper that I wear whilst I'm here. But yeah, the issue with the ceiling has meant that we haven't been able to crack on with the other walls like we wanted to. So I was talking to my dad about it on the phone, because basically when something goes wrong and I don't know why it's happened, I basically asked my dad for help and advice. I'm also just sanding just now, which is maybe a bit distracting and you probably can't hear me. But yeah, I phoned him and asked, and he basically thinks that because I did a half and my friend did a half, because we were probably using like different pressure on the brushes on the poles, and probably like using different amounts of paint and stuff, there is a clear like divide, if you get what I mean. Like, so one looks different, one side looks different to the other, so we think that's the issue, so we're trying to basically make the other side match. So I think what my dad was maybe suggesting was, like, in the future, if one person does the cutting in and one person does the roller, to just make sure like it's even and the same amount of pressure is being used and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of held us back because we're trying to fix that, and then in between the coats drying we've basically just been sanding. It's actually such a time consuming job. We're getting there, so at least we're still doing something. It's just annoying that I haven't got to paint a wall yet. I'm not sure if this is a new vlog, but if it is, hey, welcome back to my channel. If I'm just continuing on from another vlog, then also hi. So thirsty this morning. Yeah, today is Thursday the 22nd of May and I am about to go and head off to go and meet my sister. We're going for a walk with Harley, which I'm so excited about because I cannot remember the last time that I saw my sister. I feel like ever since I've got the keys to my house, my life has just been working or being at my house and working on it. So I've literally not seen anyone apart from my friend who is helping me fix up my house. So this morning my sister is off work and yeah, I'm also off work, so I thought it would be nice for me to go and meet her and go for a walk and just spend some time with her and actually catch up, which is going to be really lovely. It's actually really hot today. I don't know why I have this big fleece on, but I know that like when I'm in the shade I always get cold. But anyways, I should head off because the traffic is gonna be terrible, so let's go. Come and spend the day with me.
Sorry guys. Oh, that is squeaky.
Oh, there's a horse! What's it doing? Oh, scratching his shit.
Like Dad.
Harley, do you like horses? You like horses?
He's actually not been that scary with it. He's just like, why is he like less scared of that?
I don't know. Than a little chihuahua. So we just got to our walking route. What's it called? I think it's in Contour and it's like something wood. Baywood? No. I'm thinking of Baywatch. It was actually a longer drive than I thought, but it was actually a really nice scenic drive because it's by Loch Ness, and yeah, it's a walk that we've never done before, and there's horses, and Harley is trying to clean me up. Look at Laura.
I didn't know I was talking to him, I was talking to the horse.
Laura, Harley's just frozen. There doesn't seem to be a path in this bit. Okay, Harley. Come on, Harley. You've got this. Aw, you encouraged him and look at him go. Whoa, wait for me, Harley.
You can do it, bud.
Harley.
You can do it. You just do it in the car. Oh, he's off.
Let's hope that was the right way.
It's so easy. I didn't jump across that big.
Why? We've just got to this water viewpoint. I don't know if you can hear me because I lost the like fluffy things that I have for my camera that's supposed to like stop the sound of wind. But yeah, it's a really nice view. Scenery behind us. Stunning. So I am back home now. It is now 12:30. I honestly do not know where the day goes. I always say this, but on your days off, the day just passes so quick and time flies by. But yeah, like I said, I'm back home now. I've just made myself a tuna and cucumber and mayo seeded bagel. Harley! I'm now at my property. I am having a much later start today because normally I'm here at like 9 AM or 10 AM and it is now almost 1 PM. But yeah, last time I spoke to you guys I was having an issue with the ceiling being super patchy, and I'm afraid to say that that is still an issue. It's really weird. Like from here it looks absolutely fine, and then when I stand by the window it looks horrendous. And the more I try and fix it, the more I just think I'm making it worse, and I'm also just wasting money on paint. So I'm either gonna have to wait for my dad to fix it or get someone in to do it, because I feel like painting is one of those things where it looks easier than it is, and I always see people on TikTok doing it, and so I just thought, oh yeah, I'll save myself some money, I will paint my house, and I thought this will be so much fun and great. But there's just some things like you're just not good at in life, and for me, I am not artistic, or like I have no practical skills whatsoever. I'm more, to be honest, I don't really know what my skills are, but like in school I was more like academic. I couldn't do any of the practical stuff, and I think that's really showing in this house. And also I just don't want to do anything wrong. Like, it would be fine, and then I could like maybe practice and learn from it, but it's more the fact that I am just wasting money because paint is so expensive, and then just like wasting money on paint and it not turning out right is a whole thing. So really, I was like, what else can I do? Because I don't want to touch the walls until the ceiling is fixed, because you know how you're supposed to do like a ceiling first, then the walls, then the skirting. So what I did yesterday was, me and my friend came here and I basically painted this cupboard, because I thought, oh, if I'm rubbish at painting, it doesn't really matter in the cupboard, because, you know, it just matters that it looks fresh. It doesn't matter if there's like streaks or lines or it's patchy. But actually, it seems to turn out really well. Look at me being proud of my freaking cupboard. But yeah, before it was really disgusting. I will insert a picture if I have one. I think I took a before, or like kind of like a midway through, but it was like this magnolia yellow colour, and I've just painted it brilliant white. And then I have done some priming off the skirting in here. So this, like all the skirting was like this before, and now like in the cupboard it's like this. So I've done 2 coats of primer, and then today I'm gonna actually do the painting of it. So I'm still doing what I can. I'm just like not great at some stuff. And also I've kind of had like a bit of a change of mind of the colour that I want in the living room, and I feel like that's so normal to like change your mind. Like, I was gonna go for that bright pink that I told you guys about, but I've actually returned it and I'm thinking of going for like a more peachy pink. So I did some like different swatches and stuff, and this is Dulux blush pink, but I don't know why it was like so faint, even though I kept layering it. So I was like, nah, I'm not going for that. And then this one is, I think it's called Faro and Ball pink ground, and I really like this because it's like nice and peach, but like has like a hint of pink, and I think it is the one I'm gonna go for. Don't get me wrong, I still like the idea of having like pastel colours in my house, but I was just thinking like, I don't want the living room to be too bright, because it's gonna be where I spend my evenings and I want it to be cosy. So I want it to be like a nice colour that's not white, but also, yeah, I don't want something too bright where you can't make it cosy. And I feel like the pink that I bought, as nice as it is, it wasn't for the living room. Like, I could use it somewhere else, I suppose, but I just returned it just so I could get my money back and then, you know, decide then. But I got some of these like sample, like they're like peel and stick from Lick, and for example this is pink 05, and I quite like that, and maybe like the idea of having that somewhere in the hallway. So I definitely will incorporate pinks and pastels, but I'm definitely thinking of going for more peachy pink for the living room. Okay, so I'm about to start on the skirting board, and this is what I'm using. It's the Dulux Quick Dry Eggshell Low Sheen for Wood and Metal Pure Brilliant White. It is now 6:05, so the cupboard downstairs I did a coat of eggshell, which I was telling you about. You need to leave that for 6 hours to dry before doing the next one, so I'll come back and do that another day. And then I have just been painting inside this cupboard, so it was a horrible magnolia yellow colour. I mean, no offence if anyone likes that, because I know that like everyone has different tastes, and also things go out of fashion and then things come back into fashion and stuff. So yeah, basically it's not my taste. I prefer like the clean, fresh white look. So yeah, I've just been painting inside here, and now I am priming all of the wood that isn't here. Hi guys, it is currently Sunday the 1st of June. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is June already, honestly. I say this all the time, but the months, the years just go by so quick, and I feel like every year goes quicker than the last. But anyways, I am at my house. I feel rude, like not even looking at you guys whilst I'm talking. But yeah, I am at my house. It's Sunday, like I said. I had this weekend off, but yesterday I actually had like a proper day off, and I went to Edinburgh with my brother and we went to see Robbie Williams, which was incredible. It was so much fun. So that was my brother's Christmas present to me for the Christmas that has just passed, and it was honestly such a generous gift and such an incredible experience. I loved it so much. We had so much fun. The support act was Rag and Bone Man, and he was really good as well. We got the worst weather though. It was really like heavy torrential rain, but we still like thoroughly enjoyed it and had the best time ever. I did film a few clips, but it was more just like on my phone, just like up and down the ways. But maybe I'll insert like one or two of them in here. I got the gift, gonna stick it in the door. Time to move your body. Babylon back in business. Can I get a witness? Every girl, every man. I am magical. I am me. I love my life. Now I'm So the concert was in Edinburgh last night, and then we didn't want to pay for a hotel to stay over because basically hotels are expensive as they are anyways, but whenever like a huge concert's on like that, it was at the Moneyfield, it was like a stadium concert, so obviously, I mean I don't know how many people, but there's a lot of people there, and so whenever like a concert's there, like for example last year when I went to the Taylor Swift one, that's where it was, in the like hotel rooms in Edinburgh were literally like £400 a night or something like that, which is just ridiculous. I mean, we didn't even look this time to see what they were for the Robbie Williams concert, but maybe they were a bit more affordable, but we just decided that we were gonna just drive straight home. So it was my brother that did the driving, and we got home at about 2:30 in the morning after driving because we don't live near Edinburgh. So then probably by the time I got to sleep it was like 3 AM. So I woke up super late today, like 9:30 I think I slept till. So then by the time I walked Harley and everything, I felt like the majority of my day was gone. So yeah, I've come to my house, but it is the afternoon and I'm just doing another coat on this skirting. But yeah, I'm not going to film another time lapse of me doing skirting because I think you guys are going to be so bored of seeing me painting skirting, because to be honest, I never want to paint any more skirting ever again. But I've literally only done a couple of cupboards and I've got the whole of the actual house to do and all the rooms and the hallways and stuff like that, which is crazy. But we'll get there. So I finished the second coat of paint on the cupboard downstairs, and now I've moved on to my wardrobe in my bedroom, and I'm just doing again the second coat of the paint on the wood. I'm getting so like muddled up because there's so many different like things and then like coats, so it's like it needs a certain amount of coats of primer, and then it needs a certain coat of paint, and then it needs a certain coat of wooden paint, like obviously depending on what surface you're painting, but like in these cupboards for example, there's some wood surfaces and then there's some wall surfaces, so like it's just trying to keep track of how many coats I've done on each and of what, if that makes sense. Guys, I feel like this vlog has been the longest thing I've ever made, so I'm not even going to do like a rambly outro because it's just such a mess and it's all over the place, so I'm so sorry. I will try going forward to be a bit more organised with what I'm filming and like try and edit as I go so I can have a better idea of like how long a vlog's going to be, and so it's not so choppy. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to ramble, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next vlog. Bye!